This is the MMA Takes Podcast. With your host, Brian Petrie.
Oh, the champ is in the house. Oh, the champ is in the house. What's up with the what's up? Look at that.
What up?
About don't give a fuck. What's up with the what's up? UFC 274. I got the boys with me. The boys are back in town. Timbo's at a wedding every goddamn weekend. Model, so he's always busy. But we got him. We're gonna give you every single pick. Each single one of us, each little window is gonna give you 3 locks. More locks, send them home, dog lock. And we're going to maybe agree, disagree. I don't know. Throw a couple bets up on the side. We'll see what we do. First things first, before we jump in, boys, there was a comment before we came on. First comment of the night. Did not know you can comment while you're waiting. But Trinaldo says, let's stir the shit. Any thoughts on today's Tony presser? Loved his dude. Love Tony, but my mind and Ducat are mostly in line with your take on ANF. Thoughts and props over under rounds method. So I think Tony's going to lose. I think he might get finished, but I'm not confident. Actually, he's tough. I think the guy's out of his mind, right? I truly do. He's always a little weird, but I didn't understand the comparison to Dana White being a drug dealer. Tony Ferguson played high school football 25 years ago, and he says he wants to go play football. He's like, I was 27-1. I wear my class ring. And it's like, dude, you're almost 40. Like, what are you doing, dude? Like, what's going on? I want to box.
CTE is what's going on.
Yeah. But then he goes, yeah, Dana White's a drug dealer. But I was like, okay, I get it, but I don't understand drug dealers don't prevent you from doing things, right? Drug dealers, you give them money, they give you drugs. And if you don't give them money, then they kill you. Like, I mean, are you paying Dana White? Like, what am I missing? Yeah, state champ. Simo says state champ. We got chat going. Vincent Mango, this dude's a GBP. Let's fucking go. Jesse Alonso, this is my guy right here. Let's go, baby. Simo again, let's go. Chat is popping. Boys, how you feeling? Timbo, it's been a while. It's been a while since we've seen you.
Bro, you're fucking famous now. All these people don't know who the fuck I am.
Hey, you know what I mean? I went to work the other day, and I mean, besides the group of guys I'm with, only a handful of them know, like the podcast and even the Anakin Florian stuff. I walked to work, and 2 separate guys who I kind of know were like, hey, what's that slime ball this weekend? I went, oh, shit. Okay. Jake Billingsley, first time watching live. Well, let's not make this the last time, Jake. Big play, Jake. Christian, how you feeling about this card, baby?
I love this card.
Love it.
My favorite fighters on it. There's tons of great fights.
Who's your favorite fighter? Justin Gaethje?
Yeah.
Hey, you went to school with him. How many times you got to tell you?
My bad.
We both went to the University of Northern Colorado.
I want to hear the story again. The University of Northern Colorado.
The University of
I apologize. I forgot that powerhouse of a school there. So we're all feeling good. 15 fights.
15, baby.
15 of them. I gave out a lot of my 6 fights already on the Anakin Florian. None of them have changed, but we'll give you guys more takes on those. And I'll obviously rehash people's memory if they haven't seen that yet of what I picked. But first fight of the night, boys, we got Journey Newson plus 135 versus Fernie Garcia. Little 135 clash minus 155. Fernie Garcia coming in, making his debut, the favorite over Journey Newson here. I'll lead it first since I'm the goddamn champ. Listen, Journey Newson knocked out Domingo Pilarte, got the fight taken back because of weed or some bullshit like that. And which is bullshit. Big powerhouse guy. I am actually stealing thoughts of people on Twitter. These are not my original thoughts. People on Twitter have broken this fight down and say, hey, listen, Journey Newson, big power. He's fighting guys that are so much taller than him. He has the power advantage, but he's fighting guys with all this length. Fernie Garcia, smaller guy or similar size, not this big lengthy guy. I looked up tape on Fernie Garcia. I think he's a durable guy. I think he's kind of good, still green. But listen, a good friend of mine, he happens to be on the podcast right now with that beautiful beard, not Timbo, Christian, told me when the first fight of the night, let's go dog hunting here. So Journey Newson at plus 135, having some UFC experience. I'm going to go that. I don't have a strong lean either way, but I do like the number. Straight number play on Journey Newson. And yeah, if he doesn't walk out to a Journey song, like, I mean, the guy's cut from the UFC, right? I mean, your name's Journey. You got to come out to a little Steve Perry. That's just me, though. Christian, You're looking dynamite, dude. What do you like in this fight?
Not much, but you know what I don't like is Fernie Garcia coming off the Contender Series. You know I hate that. His only knockout in his career is on the Contender Series, which makes me trust him even less. Journey Newson's fought some decent fighters. He's got, 3 wins by decision, 3 by knockout, 3 submissions. Seems more well-rounded to me. He's fought real fighters. Fernie Garcia, this seems like the classic Contender Series hype guy. Look, I don't even remember him on the Contender Series, and I watched that show. So I'm going to go with Journey Newson too. This guy's got to prove it. You can't come in to a favorite against a UFC vet. And you only have 1 knockout, and I don't expect you to knock this guy out. So maybe he'll get the decision, but I'm not going to bet it.
Not a strong lean, but you quickly fade Contender Series fighters. I think that's a smart move by you. Timbo, Sharp Daddy, what we got here, bub?
Sharp Daddy. So this is how I get my belt back, huh?
Yeah. Oh, you're going Fernie?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do call Journey Newsom a vet by a UFC vet any means. And he hasn't fought in 2 years. I think he just woke up from the fucking head kick that Costa gave him, which is beautiful, by the way. And no shame in that. Like Costa is a legit striker. But Fernie, and I want to get you guys' take on this and the folks that are in the comment section as well. But is LFA legit? Do we legitimize LFA? Because he's on a 5-fight winning streak. Majority of those, I believe, all of those coming in LFA. I think all of them were by decision. But which is kind of more impressive to me because when I see these guys coming to the UFC and they've got fucking 4 straight round 1 knockouts, like, okay, you're obviously fighting tomato cans, and I don't know what your cardio is about. But this guy's got decent cardio. He hasn't fought in a year either, but he's also never been finished. So also I'll take Fernie. Just to be opposite.
Fernie Garcia. So the chat says, hey, if we call Journey Newsom a vet, we're a bunch of dodo heads, a bunch of donkey brains. Listen, he's a vet at getting knocked out in the UFC. I don't think he has a clean win besides the Domingo Parte where they overturned. So you're taking Fernie. I think the LFA is real. They have a partnership with UFC, so they're on UFC Fight Pass. I do think it's a great organization. I think they have had some good fighters, but again, sometimes fighters come out of there with the whole, hey, I fought in the LFA. And then they lay some eggs, but that can be any organization. I do like the LFA. I think it's a good streamlined organization to get into the UFC. You're taking Fernie. We're opposite on that side. I mean, what a cool name. I just can't pick a guy who knocked out a guy named Josh Weems. Yeah. Seems like every guy the last name Weems has fought in MMA has just stunk. They just
He ran through him though. He did what
he's supposed to do with a guy last name Weems. If your last name's Weems out there, I'm sorry. But I just feel like every time a Weems is MMA, they just get fucking slept. There's a guy in the Contender Series. I don't remember what his name was. His last name was Weems, but man, he stunk. All right, next up, my cards are going to be a little different though. But we got Lupi Ganez versus Arlene Carnelossi. Lupi is a -170 favorite, and Carnelossi is a +150. Carnelossi. Excuse me, Christian. I know you're going to
Carnelossi. There you go. You look at the letters and you can pronounce the name.
There you go. Okay, I did it. Nailed it. She has been getting tested by USADA because she is fucking jacked. And Lupi is not jacked, but she's a scrapper. I believe you, Christian, remind me, did you win money or did you lose money on Lupi?
A lot on the Jessica Penne fight. I bet Lupi in every fight, so I've won some and lost some. But when she lost to Jessica Penne, I lost a big one.
Oof.
Was that when she fought on like a week's notice? Was that the fight after she
that was Juana Carolina.
That was a week or two because she fought
killed
like 3
me.
weeks.
Couldn't take her down. Juana Carolina looked like she was 7 foot tall, and Lupi just couldn't get it down. She's up a weight class. Christian, I'm gonna start with you, Bob. Since you love Lupi so much, who you siding with here, babe?
I've actually bet Carnelossi in both of her fights. Or I guess she fought Angela Hill.
Hey, Luca Fury, let's pick a side here, man, okay?
I picked my side, no problem. With Carnelossi, what Li Yanan or whatever, the Chinese girl she fought, that was the first fight back with a crowd in it. And I mean, they both came out like out of the gate, just like 150%. And she got taken down by that girl, which I don't think is a good sign. I don't even know if she's in the UFC anymore, and definitely started to look gassed after one. You know what I say? Big muscles equals big oxygen. I don't know about it. But, she did hold her own against Hill, but Loopy is a wrestling grinder type. She's not going to quit. She's going to keep taking her down to the mat. That she is a takedown machine, averaging almost 5 per 15. So she's going to get you down. She's got good cardio. I'm just not sure when Carnelossi gets down that she's going to, I've never really seen her work off her back or work off her back well. Probably can't. She popped up because of all those muscles.
She got jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, so I think Loopy's a pretty good pick here. I haven't looked at the over-under, any lines like that, but maybe Carnelossi might gas trying to get up all that time.
Sure.
But, it'd probably go to decision. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I'm looking at decision myself. Timbo, what do you like in this female fight here, Ben?
If you're just looking at the two chicks, like you said, Carnelossi is fucking stacked, dude. Like, my God, her fucking biceps, like, Jesus fuck.
Big gal.
And she's fucking looked pretty fucking good in her 3 fights in the UFC. Even her, who'd she lose to? Hold on, I got a little right up. Oh, against Angela Hill. And that was due to the cut. I think it was third round, though. She was already losing. But did she get cut up by elbow or something?
She got her fucking head split. Yep.
Yeah. Godonez is like loopy. Fucking, she's letting me down, man. That fight to Luana, because I was real big on her after she had a round 1 armbar, and then she came in and fought like it was like a record breaking like 6 days later or some shit. Yeah. And, I think she's the better grappler. Carnelossi is going to be the better striker, and then I always go with grappler over striker. So yeah, give me Loopy as well.
Well, boys, I love you.
You're up next, big dog.
Your facial hair is great, both of you. I can't grow it, but I'm going Carnelossi here. C-Mo's got me right here. I'm taking Arlene plus money all day, kid. If this line was closer, say I pick them, I might be scared off because I do think Ganez's chain wrestling's better. Her cardio is going to be a little bit better. But Carnelossi, even though she's got those muscles, she's coming off a 3rd round finish over Estela Nunes, who, we saw has some decent striking, but obviously has a tendency to gas out herself. But, I like Carnelossi here. I think it's going to be grimy. I think it's going to be tough, but I think eventually her size and strength is going to be a factor. I think Gonez, even though this is at her proper weight class, she's not going up a weight class. I do think she's going to be a little undersized here, a little out muscled by Carnelossi, who's just fucking brick, dude. She's got muscles everywhere, and you're giving me plus money. I'm going to take it. I'm not super confident in it. Simo said dog of the night. I don't know if it's going to be dog of the night for me. It's something I might play. Female MMA is just running rampant in my brain. I have failed miserably on parlays this year with female MMA with close decisions or bad reads on my part. So I might want to avoid, but again, when you got muscles and USADA's testing you and going, hey, you're on something. And she's like, nah, just fucking man meat, some dick every once in a while. Yeah. And they still thinking she's on it. And, I'm gonna take the shot on dog here.
She had 5 takedowns against Nunes too. Carnelossi, not to be forgotten.
There she goes. Ganez, though, she's just on you from get-go. She's like, she's gonna be stuck on you. She's an annoying fighter to get off you. She has good cardio, but again, I think size might play a factor here. Cardio might play a factor. I could read it wrong, but again, plus money, so we're gonna take it. All right, Cleveson Rodriguez minus 290 versus CJ Vergara plus 230. Timbo, lead us off with this fight here at 125. To a little unknown, guys. I had to do some research on both these guys, so tell me what you think.
Yeah, 2 Dana White Contender Series guys. I'd watched both their fights today. Rodriguez, he got so much fucking praise for his performance on the Contender Series, and it was good. Like, don't get me wrong. Like he like I saw the words dominating performance, and like it wasn't that. Like he just threw a shit ton of leg kicks. He put himself in some bad position. He jumped a guillotine in the 3rd round, put himself on his back. He was getting up quickly though. I think he got put on his back twice. One was because of the guillotine, and the other was because of a wild kick he was throwing, and he got caught there. But he was getting up quickly. He was keeping that pressure all throughout the fight through the 3rd round. So I don't think cardio is gonna be a problem. But Vergara here, what'd you say that number was?
Plus 230 is what I had it. It's probably moved a little bit, but I had it at plus 230.
Yeah, it's creeping up to like the 260 to 280 range.
260. I got these numbers yesterday, by the way, on DraftKings.
So. Yeah, it's moving then.
It's moving.
He ain't no slouch either. He's coming from Fury FC, which is a legit organization. He looked great on the Contender Series. He got to finish on a Contender Series with some brutal knees to whoever the fuck trash can he fought. And even in his fight against Odie Osborne, he looked good on that shit too. Honestly, he outstruck Odie 93-79. He lost a close 29-28 fight. Was throwing a lot of knees in that fight too. Odie is a weird matchup. He's very long. I'm liking Vergara here, man, with that number. That's a legit number. Don't give that to me.
Little dog shot by my boy Timbo. I know this isn't your dog lock, but we got That's a surprising number. I did not think he'd take that here. Cleason's getting Clayton, he's getting steam big here. I didn't know much about him, watched fights on him. I think he's a solid prospect. Team Noguera, I went to his Instagram, seems to be pretty well skilled, seems to be conditioned, 26 years old, young enough to still make obviously improvements. CJ Vergara already had the UFC treatment, look on the Contender Series, like Timbo said, beat a solid, decent guy. And then when you look at the records too, and this is kind of telling to me, a lot of these Brazilians, they get the padded records sometimes down in Brazil. But you look at CJ Vergara, Ode Osborne 9-4, but he's a UFC caliber guy. 12-3 Bruno Correa, who he knocked out in the Contender Series in round 1. Jacob Silva 6-4, 4-2, 2-5, then it kind of spirals out there. Then you look at Gleison Rodriguez, again, most of his fights happen in Brazil, jungle fights and whatnot. So you're looking at 5-0, 4-2, 2-3, 0-5, 4-1, which was his loss, but I think he has the X factor. I think he has an intangible. I think he's a little explosive. I love what you did, Timbo, putting your nuts on the table. That's a dick on your table. I'm taking this 260 shot right here. I'm going to be a chalk boy. I'm going to be a little bitch. I'm going to take Cleason. I don't have the best read on this fight. I am probably going to avoid. I do have written down avoid here just because I don't know what either has yet, right? Contender Series guys with a guy 0-1 in the UFC currently. And a guy that's got a little bit of hype with him with Vegas. People, in Brazil, people seem to like this kid. And he's got a pretty big number. So probably an avoid, but I'm going to give you Clayson as my pick. Christian, what do you got?
Yeah, Timbo, shout out for bringing those stats. I didn't realize he outlanded Ode Osborne, but Rob Font outlanded Cheeto too. So I don't know how much stock.
Hey, you're right.
I do remember that fight. I think so, at least. Vergara kind of came on in the third. Ode Osborne gassed out, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. I do remember Rodriguez. Again, I just watched so much of the Contender Series with a grain of salt. Obviously, he looked good, but you never know who they're fighting, if they're any good either. Like the record, you can't base anything off of that. I'm going to go with Rodriguez here because I look at both of these guys as Contender Series guys still. Vergara's just got one. He's no vet like Journey Newson.
Hey.
Fucking that UFC vet, that Hall of Famer Journey Newson.
Yeah, shout out to Timbo for taking that shot. That's a big table. He's
listen,
that big summer sausage on.
This dude right here wants his fucking belt back because he's taking shots. He's going opposite 2 of the 3 fights. I fucking love it. Next up,
are you gonna give an ad to the merch?
Oh yeah, shout out merch.
Game,
Merch game on lock. Merch game on lock. Go to my Twitter. It'll be in the link in the description and the YouTubes as well. Chalk Boys. We got the Capper shirt. We got the little logo there. I got Value Boys. And slime ball. I was gonna wear the slime ball, but I did not wear it. So we got the merch game unlocked. Go buy yourself a t-shirt. All right, next up, Battle of the Cuties here. Tracy Cortez, Mrs. Ortega, I believe. I don't know if they're officially married. -165 versus Melissa Gatto, +145. Your boy leads it off here. And boys, I'm excited for this fight. Let me tell you something. Tracy Cortez, gorgeous looking girl, maybe one of the hottest girls in the UFC, right? Very good fighter, hasn't lost forever, hasn't won over Aaron Blanchfield, who was looked great in the UFC. Lost her very first fight. Yeah, very first fight. Other than that, she has lost very, very close decisions, but she's beaten some really talented girls. Enter Melissa Gatto here, who came into the UFC. She's 2-0 in the UFC, both finishes, broke a bitch's arm, snapped it, stopped Shajar Eubanks in the 3rd round of the body kick. She's mean, dude. She's mean in there. And Tracy Cortez is she's getting, the Brian Ortega treatment. She's going out with him. She's getting, dick down by that guy. Is she training hard? Listen, I'm just putting narratives out there. I have no idea. She could be training harder than anybody. I have no idea. Point is, I'm taking Gatto here. I like her at +145. I think Tracy Cortez is a good wrestler. If she gets to the ground, could be a problem. You know what I mean? Pop in the arm is an issue. And then I'd stand up. She put Sarge down. Sarge is a fucking durable, thick girl. Tracy Cortez, doesn't have the best stand-up in the world. She has proven to be pretty durable. She's a decision fighter, and Gatto is a finisher. So at the very least, plus 145 is a very nice number for a money line. Also, it's a nice sorry, I corner my eye, my buddy hit smash that like button. Hey, smash that like button, hit subscribe, turn the bell notification on when I go live. The fucking classic YouTube shit. And then but I like Gatto here, and I like her probably by submission, boys, which is going to be even a juicier nice little prop there. So Christian, go ahead and take Tracy Cortez. Go tell her how much you love her, and call Molly and apologize immediately after. Go ahead.
I like this fight too. Melissa Gatto's Tapology picture. She looks like a yoked Kelly Kapowski. It's not bad.
Kelly, don't bring up Kelly Kapowski around me, okay? That's my
not about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Timbo's younger
Sure.
than us. Yeah. Save it about Kelly. Save it about. Woo!
Okay.
Man, I wish I could just snip your breakdown and change it into my voice. I feel pretty similar to you. Man, Gatto has just proven so far that she'll fight for your money. I mean, She is a mean, nasty bitch in there. She's got finishing power. She's got chokes. Look, she's going to be the better striker in this fight. And she stopped, 85% of the takedowns she's faced so far. It's probably like 16 out of 20 or 17 out of 20, something like that. That's a good number. No matter, it's not a huge sample size, but it's a good number. Obviously, it's important because she's fighting Tracy Cortez, who's probably the best wrestler in the division, if not in
close to it. Yeah.
Game. Yeah. The thing is, I don't think there's any guarantee just because she could take her down that she can hold her down. I mean, Gatto's proven that even when she hasn't been controlled for a lot of the time she's been taken down. I could definitely see Cortez wearing out a wrestling game's going to be a lot more tiring than that smooth striking game or that submission game that Gatto's going to be playing. So I like her in this fight a lot too. At dog money, it's great.
Sign me up, baby.
I'm gonna keep riding that train.
Sign me up. Choo, motherfucker. Timbo. Where are we going out here, babe?
Man. we're off the rocker tonight. Christian and what Christian said, best wrestler in the division, he ain't lying. And anytime you got that, I'm taking that. Gatto, hats off to her. She is a fucking killer. She gets in there, strikes with the best of them. But if Cortez wants you down, you're going down. In the 3 UFC fights, 8 total takedowns, 25 minutes of control time, and these are 3-round fights. She held Stephanie Egger down, who's pretty fucking good as well. Yeah. I would say she's probably a better grappler than Gatto is. Can Gatto catch her? Sure, but Cortez has also never been finished in her career. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure
she hasn't.
Hasn't been. What's the line on Cortez? It's got to be Cortez by decision. You know it, baby.
Yeah, lock it up. Lock it up. Cortez. Another thing about Cortez too is I'm such a pervert at times. I just talked about how good looking she was. She's fought some fucking good girls. Erin Blanchard, which I mentioned, Justine Kiss, who just won in Bellator, who's a solid fighter. Stephanie Eggers coming along the way. Melissa Mello, who's decent. Maria Agapova, she be on the Contender Series, who is crazy. You know what I mean? So
not horrible though. Yeah,
no, she's not bad.
Those are good names. They beat a lot of people.
I tell you what, Trinidad Timbo's coming with facts tonight. That's facts. Yeah. Timbo's got stats and facts, but he's gonna lose this fight. I mean, this is one.
Cortez number. I don't see Cortez.
Cortez minus. I have the prop. I don't have the prop in front of me.
My decision.
Minus 165 was the money line.
Cortez decisions plus 150. That's that's better than minus 165 or and I don't see her finishing that though. So
it's going into prop parlay, boys.
Prop, but throw that in the prop pool, baby. All right, next up we got Francisco Trinaldo, the dad from Friday, is fighting minus 115. Craig. That's my impression of the dad from Friday. Versus Sweet Chocolate or Hot Chocolate, Danny Roberts. What is his name?
Is Danny Hot Chocolate?
See, Hot Chocolate, Danny. See, my card's a little different, boys. Your card might be a little sorry, so we're jumping around a little bit. Yeah, Hot Chocolate, Danny Roberts from London, mate. He is a minus 105. Very, very close fight here on paper, but I have a strong lean towards one of these guys. I feel it in my bones. So, Christian, tell us who you think's going to win. I'll end it on who's going to actually win. Tell me who's going to win.
I think Danny Hot Chocolate Roberts has. I think he's gonna roll here.
Yeah.
Trinaldo's he's good. I mean, how he keeps on winning, it's crazy. I love watching Trinaldo. Look, the thing is, he fights at distance, and
Simo's gonna be going to bed tonight. Like, I can't believe they called Journey Newsom a vet. This fucking idiot.
By the way, he's got to confuse. I'm Timbo, and I didn't call Journey Newsom.
Okay, yeah.
CC's in the middle.
Yeah, Christian's in the middle. Timbo's on the end here. I know they both have beards. They're both stunning. But yeah, I can feel it in my plum. Deep down, I was on top of my wife, Donna, power thrusting. And our son Gabriel came to the door. And she said, Gabriel, get out of here. I said, no, let him watch. One of the best shows ever. Okay, sorry, CC, go ahead.
Season of a show ever. I like hot chocolate quite a bit here. I don't think that Trinaldo's gonna succeed at distance. He does that big reach and overhand thing. Danny Roberts does have a kind of questionable shin, but I mean, he's got much better. He's gonna be the quicker fighter, that's for sure. I mean, Trinaldo still got it at 44, but you're gonna slow down. You're gonna slow down no matter what. Even when he gets takedowns, again, this is second time I kind of brought this up. I don't know if Cortez can hold Gatto down. I'm not sure Trinaldo will be able to hold Danny Roberts down either. Definitely like the bigger, younger, faster guy. But better output. I think the optics will definitely favor him. So give me hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate. I'm surprised they call it hot chocolate over across the pond. I'm sure it's not like a hot sweet or whatever the fuck they call it over there. A hot sweet. Timbo, what do you got here? You going opposite again? You going fucking the dad from Friday, dude?
Oh, this is a pick'em still. I didn't realize.
I know. It's a very close line.
Yeah, it is a close line. And it's a fucking close fight too, man. Like, what's Trinaldo, like 4-1 in his last 5, I believe? Pretty sure that's right.
I mean, probably, yeah.
Yeah, like
guy just doesn't. He's 43, and he popped up. He popped up to 70 too. Was at 55 most of his career. It's like, oh fuck it, I'll go up to 70. Fuck up weight.
Point.
Yeah, I mean the John Herbert finish, and that was deep third round that he got that finish. I mean, and that was like 1 or 2 years ago. But I mean, at some point, dog's got to go down, dude. You're 43. You're fighting a 34-year-old who's in relatively good shape. He did get knocked out by Mike Perry like 8 years ago. Shout out to Mike Perry.
Hey, shout out Mike Perry. Platinum Mike Perry. What's up, babe?
I always get a shout out on here. But yeah, I mean, this is going to be a stand and bang fight unless Trinaldo wants to take it to the ground, because Roberts I don't think he's ever even attempted to fucking take down the UFC. But yeah, give me a younger guy. I think he'll put it on. I definitely think it'll be decision. Trinaldo does not get finished, but I love Roberts by decision here.
Yeah, I like Roberts big here. I was surprised this line was the way it was. Trinaldo had a really close fight with Dwight Grant, which I thought Dwight Grant won. He got dropped like 3 or 4 times in that fight. And Dan Roberts is coming off a win over Ramazan Ameev, who was a fucking awkward and tough dude to beat. Close fight. Say what you will about that decision. It was a damn near close fight. And Danny Roberts does have some decent grappling. He fought my guy Dom Steele, guy I used to train with, who saved my life when I had a seizure. And he out grappled Dom Steele. It was a very close fight, and he's got some slick submissions. Christian hit on the head, though. He does tendency to get hit a little bit. He does have a little bit of a chin issue, but he's fast, he's mobile, he's quick. If he comes in shape, I think he has his fucking fight anywhere he wants it. He has it on the feet. I think he can mix it up if he wants to. But Trinaldo being 45 or 85 or whatever, the guy still got it. I mean, he got put down bad by Dwight Grant and got up and came back and won the fight, and Danny Roberts, I don't think, has the power of a Dwight Grant, who does have good power. I think he has a speed advantage here, and I think he should just, if he fights smart, can piece him up. It's going to look like the Jaw Herbert fight. Jaw Herbert was in control of that fight, and then Trinaldo caught him. As long as Danny Roberts doesn't get caught and plays it smart, I think he wins this fight. I love this fight for Danny Roberts. I am super high on him, and I love the number for it's like damn near a pick 'em. I was still surprised about that, but all over Danny Roberts. I like him so much that this might be my mortal lock. You know what I mean? Ooh. Hey, I don't know. We'll have to stay to the end of the show, but hey, I don't know. And you're right, Simo. Shout out Mike Perry. What's up? Hopefully you're not getting in a fight at a Texas Roadhouse tonight. Shout out Mike Perry. All right, next up, Blagoy Ivanov. Blagoy. -145 versus Marcus Rodrigo de Lima. Real quick, hold on. Jesse Alonso, off topic. What do you think of Chris Martinez and Dean Barry being released today? We talked about it in the chat. Martinez a punching bag, so I'm sure he'll find work at some other gym that he goes to just to be a punching bag. Dean Barry's very funny. They brought him in, Ireland, kickboxer. Hey, go destroy this photographer. You didn't look that good. You fouled him a bunch, and then you were kind of a sore loser afterwards. The UFC's like, hey, the juice might not be worth the squeeze. This guy's 4-0 or 4-1. Now he's 4-2. Probably go get some more wins. We'll see him back. Martino, I don't know if we're going to see him back. His record was already pretty bad anyway.
If Mike Grundy wasn't on Suicide Watch before, he is now.
Mike Grundy. Blagoy Ivanov versus Marcus Rodrigo de Lima. The heavyweights, Blagoy minus 145. Then Lima plus 125. Middling heavyweights. This is Christian's fucking bread and butter. It just so happens he's ending on this. So we'll see. Timbo, give me your shot. Give me your pick. Who you got in the big boy?
I love that you gave me this first because I got some takes for y'all boys.
Takes. I love MMA takes. So I need them. I need all.
Yeah, good. You've had good takes today.
I got a couple of them coming. This fight in particular, I got a fucking strong read on this one, boys.
Ooh, okay. I'm all ears.
So obviously Rogerio de Lima, he has not had a problem with getting finishes, and he fucking beat the fucking brakes off of Ben Rothwell in the last fight. Fucking knocked him out fucking twice in like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Ben
Early
Rothwell,
stoppage.
Oh yeah, fucking right, dude. He'd been dead if that went another 10 seconds.
I think Ben Rothwell still might. I think he's still in the cage. They just put the mat over.
Soul
him.
is in there.
Oh, he was on the cut list, I think, too, wasn't he?
He's in bare knuckle now. I think he was a free agent. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So shout out to De Lima. He goes in there, he gets his finishes, but also he goes in there and he gets finished by submission. And he's been finished 5 times by submission. And Ivanov has been pretty shitty in the UFC, for being honest. He was former World Series of Fighting champion, came over to the UFC. He's got wins over Tato Ivasa and Ben Rothwell that we just mentioned. But he's been pretty shitty. But the thing is, he can get you down to the ground. And when De Lima gets down to the ground, he's a fucking fish out of water, and it's not good. Ivanov doesn't even have a finish in the UFC. I think all 5 of his fights have been by decision. But 5-1 prop Ivanov by submission this Saturday.
Ooh.
Book it.
Woo!
Give it to me.
My guy's got some takes. He was not lying. And Timbo, I'm going to 100%. I'm going to keep this short and sweet. I do not bet against a guy named Blagoy. I just don't. He's been stabbed 76 times. He's got a chin from hell, and he's a little slow, a little plodding. His hands are okay. He's been in there with some really good competition. Very inconsistent with his win, but he is fighting some good guys. Good ground game. You're right. I think he's going to wear out. I think Margaret De Lima is going to land some good shots, and Blagoy is going to be like, is that all? Come on. My name's Blagoy. And then De Lima is just going to fall over, and Blagoy is going to win. 5-1 by submission. I love that. I like a decision prop on that. High on Blagoy. Real quick before we get to the man of the hour, Christian, any chance y'all talked about Tony already? He was bugging today, but it was great. We did touch on Tony a little bit. Guys got a little bit of a screw loose, but we'll talk more about him when we break down his fight. Christian, who you got? Middling heavyweights. This is you, baby. I'm writing down what Timbo said because Timbo's bringing the fucking heat.
I was gonna say my pants tightened up when Timbo did that breakdown.
I ain't been on in 2 months, man.
Every time Timbo's, I see him, my pants tighten up. What are we talking about here? Gotta get bigger pants.
Man, this is. I mean, you're talking about Blagoy and how his unimpressive run. I mean, he's got JDS like 3-4 years ago, which is a little bit different. Tuivasa, Lewis. I mean, Rogerio de Lima's got Sassoli, Struve, Green. I mean, and he does have Romanov in there, and he got forearm choked by him.
Yeah.
He looked as bad as Chase Sherman did in there.
Yeah.
I hadn't even thought about playing the sub. I was like, I think Blagoy will win this decision. I mean, Rogerio de Lima, he landed 14 strikes against Maurice Green. Like, I know he comes out there and does that wild man thing, but Blagoy, I don't know if he's ever been knocked out. He definitely hasn't in the UFC.
I think he's just been choked out by Volkov in Bellator. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this line is shocking to me. I was going to play the over, but man, that sub line, you can't not take it. I'm all over that too. I'm all over Blagoy.
Definitely double chance submission decision. That'll probably get you plus money, like barely plus money, plus 100 or something. But that's a no-brainer. I love that bet.
Shit, you can get Blagoy at plus. Oh, I thought he was the dog for some reason.
No, he's like my favorite. Yeah, minus 145. So I had him yesterday.
Should be a minus 300.
Yeah. De Lima's got one. I don't even want to say he's got one round. He's got a half a round to land those bombs. But again, you're fighting a guy named Blagoy. My boy Jared Cole, this guy I work with. I'm betting Cortez based off her looks. Listen, a lot of us do that. A lot of us. My mom picks football teams based on the uniforms. We bet fights based on looks.
Take another look at Gatto.
Been finished by sub. Yep, only once by sub. Simo, you're right. Simo's on fire tonight as well in the chat. All right, next up, Timbo's guy. Timbo, let's give it up, Brandon Royval, everybody. Brandon Royval minus 255 versus Matt the Danger Schnell plus 205. I lead the dance on this one. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I love Brandon Royval here. I do. I think he's a wild man. I think he's got all the tools to win. I think his biggest issue is he comes out a little too strong, and then eventually it kind of fades. But I think he has the advantage on the ground. I think Matt Schnell's been a little chinny. Matt Schnell's the exact opposite. He fights very patient because if things get wild, his chin's available. So he knows he's got to stay within himself, hands up, chin down, go forward. And he's got good striking. He's got good ground game himself, but I just think Royval is bigger, longer, has more tools to win. I think on the ground, I think they're pretty even because Schnell is good on the ground, but I just like Royval scrambling ability better, taking a back, taking a neck. I love this. I love this line as well. I think Royval should be the favorite here. And I'm not a huge Royval fan like Timbo. Timbo's going to start crying when he breaks it down, but I'm all over Royval here. This is another guy I'm flirting with mortal lock as well. Maybe even a little slime ball play at the end of the show. Don't know. But I like Royval, Brandon Royval here. Zachary Pruitt says Royval by KO. Chat is sharp tonight. Christian, who you like in this fight, babe?
I like Royval also. Like him a lot here. Schnell's hittable, and Royval comes with elbows from everywhere, knees from everywhere,
spinning shit just from everywhere.
I mean, just crazy angles he comes with stuff. I don't think Schnell is better anywhere. I think he's slower. I think he might be younger, but this is Royval all day for me. The level of competition he's fought, and even in his losses, he's held his own.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so you see, he frees up.
You know, he's looked good in some of his losses. Getting better. That little slower. Yeah, that little slower kind of output that, he looked a little bit different last time. Kind of hoping he goes a little in between, I think that was maybe good for him. That was a close fight, but again, Bonturin's really good. Schnell was so scared he wouldn't even fight him.
Right.
So yeah, I actually have it in my notes. It's funny. Shout out to Zach Pruitt. Unconventional strikes could lead to KO. It's like one of my notes. So,
and that's what it is when you got a guy who's so tight. That's why I love, like, if Aljamain Sterling had power, he'd get a lot of knockouts because he's so unconventional. His shit's so wild. And that's what I love about Ray is sometimes when you go to a gym, guys want to change that. No. This is how we do it. And when you're so perfect and you're looking for perfect shots, that unperfect shot that you're not expecting is the one's going to put you out because you don't see it coming. Let's dive in the chat real quick. Royval can blanket him. Shouldn't be close. And then Royval, former LFA champ, who's been impressed with me as well. Yeah, so Royval coming from the LFA. Again, another organization. I think, the Kaikar France fight was amazing. Timbo, who do you like here, babe? I think I already know because, he's your guy.
Let's get some background on this. So Brian and I had did a bet on Royval's last fight against Rogerio Bontorin. And to this day, Royval did not win that fight. And I had taken Royval, and halfway through the fight, I was cursing his name, and I pretty much was ready to send Brian $20.
You guys have no idea how Timbo curses.
Yeah, Timbo. Let me tell you something. This guy, he's savage. He's a nut. I love it.
I had already given that $20 to Brian, thinking that there's no fucking way you can get taken out 8 times in a fight and land like 40 significant strikes and win. But the judges saw differently. I think that was a robbery. But either way, I denounced Brandon Royval as my guy because he was previously, but he's still dead to me regardless of the outcome of that fight. But with this fight, I honestly mirror everything that you guys said. His unconventional strikes. He's good on the ground. He's just better. He's a better fighter than Schnell. What's his line, by the way? I didn't catch that.
I have him at 255 and Schnell's plus 205. Christian, is that holding tight or is that still?
Yeah. I got to check that your order is way different.
It's a big fucking line. I mean, like Schnell's not a fucking slouch by any means.
No, I just think it's
250.
250.
It's tightened up a bit, but not much.
Yeah. I'll probably go Royval by decision in that, honestly. But if I even bet it, I don't really like betting that fight just because that line's pretty wide. But
I love it. I think the line's right on the money. I think Schnell is a guy that's been exposed and he's just waiting to make another mistake and get exposed again. I think he's a good fighter, but he pulls out of a lot of fights. Don't really know where his camp's at nowadays. It was Sacramento. Now it's Texas. I don't really know what's going on with him. I love this fight.
Arguably fucking 0-3 in his last 3 fights. He's got exposed in each of those.
But he's exciting, dude. He's exciting. Listen, losing a Brandon Moreno, who is former champ, whatever. He blew his shoulder out. It was a close fight, right? He blew his shoulder out. Pantoja, he was winning that first round, completely gassed out. Pantoja's a fucking dog. In the Bontarine fight, even though he won it and didn't win it, whatever, he still showed, hey, I'm a young fighter that's still trying to learn here. Simo Royval on a parlay. Yeah, I'm gonna parlay him. It maybe. I think he's a parlay because he's a little bit high. So we're all in agreement. Brandon Royval there. Okay, that's nice. Next up, Macy Shizan. Shizan. How do you say her name, Christian?
I say she says Chasen. I know it sounds ridiculous.
Macy Chasen. Well, that makes sense. Macy Chasen. It kind of rhymes. Plus 185 versus Norma Dumont, minus 225. Female fight here. Christian, you go ahead and who does it? I think Christian. Go ahead.
I think it's me.
Christian, go ahead.
Because it ended on Timbo last time with Royval.
Okay, Christian, give me your take on this fight. I don't have a strong lean either way, but give me your take.
And this is a fight that has a potential. What's that noise?
Lock it up.
Locking it up.
There's a potential here.
Damn. Who?
Yeah. Norma Dumont is such a better fighter. She's so much bigger. She's a true featherweight. Chasen should be fighting at 135. I don't know why she can't cut the weight. I mean, she's tall, but she's not built thick or anything. Not thick like Norma Dumont is.
Built like a crackhead.
Dumont's she's going to be much more powerful really everywhere. She's a better striker. She works behind that jab really well. We've seen that recently. Chasen's not very good at taking down anybody, and she's not taking Norma Dumont down. Nobody has ever taken Norma Dumont down. I mean, look at those hips. No chance.
I'll take her down.
Yeah. Chasen, she would have to fight this entire fight in the clinch, I think, to win. But I think if she stays in the clinch too long, Dumont will flip her and land on top of her, and I don't think she's getting up from there. I think this, this is the guy that mortal locked Gina Mazzani last week. So my women's MMA whispering must be going away. But I think Norma Dumont just rolls here easily.
Rolls through town. Yeah, gets it done.
Roll Norma.
Stat man over here. Timbo, what do you got, babe?
Did you watch that Aspen Ladd fight?
Yes.
Me?
Yeah. I wasn't really impressed, honestly. Yeah, she had 5
I wasn't impressed.
She had 5
rounds. But Aspen Ladd would work Macy Chasen pretty easy.
Potentially, yeah. And what's Chasen here? My bad. I didn't know if you already said the line here.
She's like a
plus 185 is what I had it yesterday. Christian, can you confirm?
Yep, you're good. That's right.
Yeah,
nobody's betting this
got
fight.
Some heavy hands, man. No, Chasen's got some heavy hands. Chasen's got some heavy hands. She has some precise striking. Man, I mean, I was leaning Chasen before fucking Christian came on here.
Just fucking do it.
Throw
your dick on the table.
No, take it easy. Hold on, let me think about it here. I gotta look at some shit.
Man over here.
That fucking Ladd versus Dumont fight. God damn, that was such a horrible card.
That's one of the worst card ever.
On top of it, with even
wasn't great.
More horrible fight. Am I breaking up?
No, we got you.
Okay. Yeah. So plus 185. Yeah, I'm gonna go with my initial lead, man. Give me Chasen. I'll probably take her within inside the distance, just a little sprinkle on it because she does have some heavy hands. She's got a lot of finishes in the UFC. I think she got 4 finishes out of her like 6 or 7 fights in the UFC. I don't think Dumont has any, if I'm not mistaken. But so yeah, give me Chasen.
Here's my big dilemma in this fight. I love Chasen coming off the Ultimate Fighter. She won it. I actually think she is a 145er. I think she's tall. I don't like her at 135. I want her to bulk up and go to 45 because she's too skinny, but she hasn't done that. She's just tall and lanky. Problem is she's just so underwhelming at times, and I've backed her in a lot of spots, she just hasn't come through. She's good on the clinch. She has shown stuff off her back, and there's times where she just goes out and just completely flat. Not really sure her training camp is. And then Norma Dumont, someone who I faded because she came to the UFC and got knocked out by Megan Anderson. Like, who the fuck is Megan Anderson knocking out? She just got slept. And then she went on a nice little run, has beat some good women or good fighters in the Aston Lad fight. She won the fight, but she didn't win any fans. So this just gives me pause. I want to take Chasen, but I've taken her too many times. She's burned too many bridges in my part of town. So I'm going to go Norma Dumont minus 225. This is probably the only fight I won't bet in any kind of way. Maybe over 2.5, maybe something like that. Big pay-per-views like this, I usually hammer like almost every fight in some kind of way. This fight I'm probably going to avoid. I just don't have the best read on it because Norma Dumont got knocked out by Megan Anderson, right? Don't call her Megan, it's Megan. And then Icy Chazan, someone who I was high on, who's just kind of let me down. You know what I mean? She's like my dad. You know what I mean? She's let me down. So I can't pick her. I gotta go Dumont. Chalk boys in the house. All right, boys. Now we're getting into some real good, kind of the main card, not really, because we got one fight that's not the main card. Again, my card is a little different than what you guys got. Randy Brown plus 100 is what I had him. I think this line is moving versus Chaos Williams minus 120. Great fight at 170. Both big boys for 170. I've already given my take on this fight, but we're going to go with we're going to go with Timbo. Yeah. Timbo, who do you like in this fight, this banger of a fight here at 170?
This is a banger, man. This is a great fucking fight. What's the line on it?
So we got, can you tell him, Christian?
Chaos Williams minus 120, Randy Brown plus 100.
So he's still plus money.
Brown's at the store, but a favorite.
Brown's at the 105 on some books. Red boy, Zachary Pruitt likes red boy. This is a good fight. This is a fight that's going on the radar a little bit because I think both these guys in maybe a year or two could be talked about main eventing some fight nights and maybe be in the play at 170 here.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens though. Timbo, man, you gotta make a decision, dude.
This is crossing the bridge for one of these fighters for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And Chaos Williams, they know he's entertaining. They've matched him up with entertaining fighters. They've matched him up with Michelle Pereira. They've matched him up with fucking Miguel Beza. They matched him up with Abdul Razak Hassan. Mm-hmm. Randy Brown is much more talented than Chaos Williams as a fighter, and all three of those opponents there as well. Mm-hmm. I think if he can just avoid that one shot that Chaos can give him, he can roll here. Mm-hmm. Take him down, grapple him, get him up against the cage, do what you got to do. But he is the better technical fighter in this. So I like Randy Brown here. Hopefully he can just not, withstand. If he gets hit, he can withstand it. But give me Randy Brown. I like him here.
Yeah. So I already picked Randy Brown on the Anik and Florian. I'm going to elaborate a little bit. John Anik, who is now allowed to make picks, said, hey, I think Chaos is going to surprise you guys, which is basically John saying, hey, because Kenny picked Randy Brown as well. Chaos Williams, to me, just, he's very powerful and rigid, and I just don't see enough from him. And Randy Brown, all I remember is him getting knocked out from the top by Nico Price. Nico Price was back and knocked him out. Mm-hmm. So he's obviously had some chin issues. But then you look at his last fight where against Night Train, Jared Gooden, who's Timbo's guy, he just styled on him. He was doing the Ali shuffle, and he got hit with some big shots, and Gooden can crack, and he's coming off a knock on a win himself. And Randy Brown was in there and confident. I think his weight cut's dialed in. He's gigantic for 170. And you look when he's on the ground, he's a high-level black belt on the ground. He can take you down if he fights smart, which I think he wants to do. He wants to be entertaining. But I think he wants to be the guy. I think he wants to be main event. He wants to be these things. And when you fight a guy like Chaos Williams, you don't stand with him, right? He's explosive. He's powerful. Everything he does, even though it's not the most technical in the world, it fucking hits. Randy Brown, like Timbo said, I love the fight to go to the ground here. If Randy Brown can get it there, submission. That's what I like here. So before we get to Christian, ESPN has Brown minus 105. It is a close line. It is a pick 'em. You can get him at plus money sometimes. Doesn't even grapple. He's a better striker. Chaos just has dynamite. that boy's got some dynamite in his hands. That's for sure. Christian, me and Timbo are both on Randy Brown here. You going to spoil the party here, bud?
And it's a close fight, and I think it is lined appropriately, like a pick 'em or close to a pick 'em. This isn't the first time tonight we're going to be debating a more technical guy versus maybe a more powerful guy. Probably got another one of those to come.
A little foreshadowing.
Couple of them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a great fight. You guys, there's not much more I could say. I really like Randy Brown's length here. I mean, I know their reach is similar, but their build is just completely different. Look, Chaos Williams is only like 26 or 28, which I was surprised about. I mean, I think he's got a lot to grow. I'm not sure if he's ready for somebody like Randy Brown yet. That I think really has it all. I'm kind of worried about Chaos gassing and then, Randy being able to get it to the grappling realm. Although I don't know, Chaos Williams is not, or hasn't been taken down many times. Been pretty good.
They've matched him up with folks that don't do it though. They matched him up with
good matchups. Yeah.
If Randy Brown could just stay away from that lightning that he's got in his hand, then he should be good. Give me Rude Boy.
Rude Boy. We're all on Rude Boy. Another dog pick from your boys there. If you're listening, you want a tail, 3 smart heads, just pick the plus money underdog. Let's go. All right, here we go. Andre Fialho, minus 350. I just noticed that he's up to 400. He's fighting Cameron Van Camp, plus 270. That line's probably gone up a little bit as well. Let me hold on. Zachary or Chin Daddy just commented real quick. Brown by sub, 550 on my book, 350 for decision. Might be some value there. 100%. 550 for sub for Root Bot. Hammer it. Hammer it. All right. Andre Phil, this fight came together last kind of minute. Phil Hole tweeted out like a couple weeks ago, hey, give me another fight. I want to fight right now. My boy Chris Curtis. Boy Chris Curtis was like, hey, I'll be your Huckleberry. I already beat you once. They're giving him Cameron Van Camp, who is kind of a local kid. I watched Cameron Van Camp. Him and his brother are from Indiana, and I was at their very first amateur fight, Indie MMA, whatever. So I don't know him personally or whatever, but I've seen him fight a little bit locally here. So with that being said, I think Phil Ho's going to run through Cameron Van Camp. I think Cameron Van Camp's a good-sized kid for this weight. He's taking on short notice just to get his foot in the UFC. He's been grinding hard. He's got a decent record, good submissions to his name. It's pretty durable. His stand-up needs to come a long way. But Phil Ho, though, is just thick and built well for this division. He can take a shot. And I think he's just going to walk through everything Van Camp would do. I think Van Camp won't be able to get him to the ground. He's going to struggle. The line is juiced. Like I said on my podcast, I think this should be a minus 900. And I'm going Phil Ho here for sure. Could be a mortal lock. I can tell you right now, definitely in the slime ball parlay. He is the anchor of the slime ball parlay. I like him by finish. And I like him big here. No surprise. He's a minus 400. A fucking monkey could have picked this one out, but I like him big in this spot here. Christian, who you got, babe?
You better get that slime ball in soon because he is going to be. Now that you're telling people, he's going to.
I gotta get it in. Don't
going to be moving lines. Yeah,
I gotta get it in, man.
I honestly, when the way you broke that down, I've heard you do that before. Like,
hey, Simo, man, don't put that on me, Simo. Don't put that on me, man. Shit. All right, go ahead, Christian. Sorry, that was very funny.
Yeah, that was good. I've heard you when you kind of know fighters from the local scene. I remember when Harry Hunsucker was on Harry when he was on the Contender Series.
Yeah.
And you predicted his UFC career. I'll just say that. Yeah.
And that's a little different because I've actually got to feel Harry. You know what I mean? I've actually we've been in there. Cameron, I've been around him a little bit. I've been around people that have trained with him. I mean, him and his brother are good names in Indiana, but I think that's maybe where it stops. But yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. So with what I heard from you, a trusted source, and I just then kind of wiki cap Van Camp, it looks to be a sub guy. Fialho has never been subbed. His power has been looking excellent lately. He looked a little chinny early in his career, but this is a dude trying to fight once every 2 months. He's in here to crush a can. It'd probably be fun to watch. Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Yeah. There it is. Timbo, you going Van Camp here? He's got a cool name. Van Camp's a cool fucking name, dude.
Hey, shout out my boy Nathan House. That's my buddy that got married this weekend.
Hey,
shout out, congratulations.
Slimy. I know Nate House. Nathan House follows me on Twitter. One of the original followers. I know my Twitter has blown up a little bit lately, but Nate House has been there from pretty much day 2, I would say.
Oh, gee.
My guy, congratulations on getting married, my friend. It is a wonderful feeling. Christian's married. I'm married. Timbo, what are you waiting for, bud? Timbo, what are you waiting for, bud?
It's coming. She's probably watching right now, but it's coming.
Yeah. Hey.
Hey, Ashley.
So yeah, I know, right? What's up, baby? But so yeah, Fialho, man, he looked fucking good in that Michelle Pereira fight. Really, he won that first round. Ended up getting caught, I think, gassed out a little bit just because Michelle Pereira is a fucking freak. But that's what I mean. I had a good read on him with the Beza fight, man. Like Beza was one chinny, and Fialho just proved himself to me in that Pereira fight. This is someone that UFC wants to fucking push, and Christian said it best. He's in there to fucking crush cans, and I'm looking forward to watching it. So I'll bet that under for him, fucking 1.5, and take him. Maybe get like -250 out of it, put it in the parlay, rock it.
Yep, under 1.5, him by KO. Kim Van Camp, big kid, 6'2" for the weight, is a thick, big kid. I've seen him take some punishment before, but Fialho, dude, he took some straight shots to the chin by Beza and kept coming. His boxing, his pressure is really, really good. And he's just feeling it right now. This is just, it's one of those guys where it's like almost like a Hazmat or like a Donald Cerrone in his prime, where like they step in there, they win. They're like, let me get back in here because I want to keep this fucking momentum. I'm on like this extended training camp. Let me just keep the rhythm going. But we're on the Fialho there. I think that is going to be a lock in the night for sure.
Might want to do a little sprinkle. I mean, this is kind of just being not confident, but Van Camp does have fucking 11 career professional wins by submission.
Correct.
Granted, against tomato cans, I'm sure, but he is a decent grappler at that.
If you want to say Fialho throws everything at him in the kitchen sink at him in the first round, can't get him out of there. Live bet, sprinkle, because I think the only way Van Camp will win is by submission because he is taking this on short notice and it's a pretty big cut. He's a big kid, so I don't know if he has like the best cardio or whatever. But anyway, we move on to the Legends fight, boys. Donald Cowboy Cerrone, -165 versus Joe Lauzon, +145. I have mixed feelings if I want to see this fight. I just saw Cowboy cry at the press conference about his son, his newborn son, which I love for being a father. I'm a softie with that stuff. Both these guys are fucking legends. They've been around forever, and it makes sense. I'm glad like Cowboy's not fighting Hazmat or some fucking stud. This makes sense for both guys. So Christian, who you like in the Legends fight here, babe?
I like Cerrone in this fight. I wouldn't even say I went back and forth.
Is it because he lives in Colorado? You fucking homer.
No, he lives in New Mexico.
Damn it! He's from
Colorado. From here though.
Oh.
I feel
juicy.
Baby.
That's the thing. It's like I feel like the only thing people remember about Joe Lauzon is that win over JSP. It's like they forget kind of. I mean, I know he'll go nuts. Like that's what he'll do. He'll go nuts for the first minute or two. I'm not sure how much he really has. I kind of look at that knockout as a fluke. I don't. That's in Boston against a UFC debutante. This is a guy that's not going to have nerves. He knows he's going to be coming at him like a bat out of hell.
He also knew Alex Morono was going to come at him too, and look what happened there.
That's the thing. Well, I picked Alex Morono in that fight, so
I didn't. That fucking bum.
I'm like, Lauzon kind of looks like Alex Morono. So
yeah, he really does.
Yeah,
I
do.
I can picture it happening again. But look, Lauzon gas is bad. You can't simulate game speed. I don't think in any sport, and probably especially in fighting. And 4 years off, that's a lot to deal with against a guy who's in there getting his ass kicked once every 3 months. So yeah, I've heard a lot of people kind of betting on the under. I think this probably goes a distance. Cerrone doesn't have any power. Lauzon, Cerrone's never been subbed or been subbed once in like 100 fights. So I think this will go the distance. I think it's actually going to stink, but it'll be cool to watch them out there again. Neither of them could probably hurt each other that bad.
This is my boy I work with right here. Isn't that a crazy thing? Lauzon only a year older than Chandler, Tony, and Cowboy. And it feels like he's been fighting for 100 years. It's crazy. He's been in a lot of wars. That's what this fucking sport does. Do you think those Jim Miller fights, those fucking wars don't have effect on you? Those Kenny Florian goddamn elbows. Here, you don't think they've done anything to him? Timbo, how do you read this? How do you read this fight here, bud?
Man, I feel like Joe Lauzon just made a comeback, but he actually hasn't fought in 2.5 years.
Yeah,
that's I did not. My timeline's fucked up on him. I feel like he just came back not too long ago, and he came back with the big KO in the first round. This is a fucking tough one. Who did Christian take?
Christian took Cowboy.
Okay. Man, I just nothing but respect for both of them. I'm glad they're getting a payday. They're on the main card of probably one of the biggest fights or cards of the year. I just think Cowboys fucking finished, and it's just sad to watch. And I think Joe knows he's finished, and if he rushes him, now you just got to rush him. Cowboy don't like to be pressured,
right?
So if you rush him, like Connor did, like fucking homeboy you just said, what the fuck's his name?
Alex Morono,
yeah, like
Tony Ferguson,
yeah.
even though
He starts doing that, backing away, kind of front kick, like get away from me, just get in there and fucking tag him.
Happy accident with the dope Bob Ross fucking thing. Said, hey, he can't take the same feeling. He thinks that Joe just fought. It is a little weird. Yeah. I mean, it was 2.5 years ago. It doesn't seem that long ago.
COVID's got me fucked up, but
fucking COVID.
Yeah. But yeah, give me Joe here, and I'm definitely going to get into that fucking plus 800. Zach Pruitt, shout out to you, dude. That was a good look.
Yeah, Zach Pruitt coming in with the plus 800. I picked Lauzon on Anakin Florian, and I'm sticking with it. I like him at the plus number for the simple fact it boils down to this: Donald Cerrone is notoriously a slow starter, and Joe Lauzon's a fast starter. If it gets out of that first round, fucking live bet. You know what I mean? Yeah. Go, that's what you got to do because Lauzon slows down and gives up. Look at the Chris Grussmacher fight. Grussmacher got hit with everything, stayed in there, and then Joe was done. The one fight that keeps coming up to me, Clay Guida knocked out Joe. And that's bad. That was many years ago. But when you get knocked out by Clay Guida, I get a big pause. But then he goes out there, seemingly his retirement fight in Boston, destroys Jonathan Pierce, who hasn't lost since, doesn't retire, says, I'm looking for fights, fun fights. I'm sure they've offered him something. This was obviously a fun fight against Cowboy because it makes sense. But man, this is my boy here. I work with him too. Craft beer, Christian ripping vapes. Hey. So I'm still rocking with Lauzon plus 1,800. Man, my dick moved. My pants are tight now because of that. I love that line for a first round. But again, this is a really good live betting spot here because if Donald Cerrone is a motivated guy and he takes some big shots and he weathers it and he comes out that second round, bleeding out of his face and he gives Joe a little wink or tip of the hat, it's fucking done for Joe. Yeah, you know what I mean? No doubt. And then you could get a really good line. Say Cowboy gets 10-8 the first round. But if he gets out of that first round, man, 10-8 or not, I still like him to win the fight, and you can probably get a great live betting spot there. But I do think Joe swarms him early, gets him out of there early. So I like Joe plus 800 first round. But you can still make some money. This is, I hate wavering. I hate not putting it down and tell you who's going to win. But this is a fight that really is catered to live betting. SEMO after the press conference, I'm blasting Kid Rock and going Cowboy. Yeah, I mean listen, being a father, dude, not being an athlete or being a fighter, but just being a father. My daughter had her kindergarten assessment today. So that you go up to the school and the teacher takes her and they ask her like a bunch of questions to make sure she's ready for school or whatever. You can't be a part of that. So just seeing my daughter walk down the hallway with a teacher, like I'm like it gets me. So I can't even what Cowboys pre-press conference, whatever you want to call it, that really was sweet. I like that. He wants to fight for his kids. I remember when he went on his little run, he looked over and he's like, give me my baby. And he's fucking held his firstborn son up, which was fucking dope. All right, here we go. Meat of the card here. Well, this fight kind of stinks. OSP over St. Preux minus 250 versus Shogun the Legend plus 200. Who went first? Let's go Timbo. Timbo, let's rock with you, babe.
Shit, I was reading the fucking comments. What fight are we on?
We're on OSP versus Shogun. Christian doesn't sit bare. The man chugs. Man after my own heart. Tim Warren. Is that one of your guys?
No, shout out to Tim Warren. He is my guy Warren. Now.
Yeah. He's your guy now, baby.
All right, so we got fucking Shogun still fucking fighting.
Yeah, he is.
Jesus Christ. And unfortunately, OSP is too.
Not a good. They should switch this out. This shouldn't be on the man. Well, hang on. No, I'm wrong because it's Shogun. I'm wrong. You got to put him on the main card.
What's the line on this?
OSP as of yesterday was minus 250. Shogun was plus 200. Christian, confirm or deny?
God, I don't care about this fight.
Shogun is still getting 95.
Okay, so it's moved a little bit, but you got OSP a big favorite. 2-1.
Shogun's still getting them fucking 350K checks.
Yeah.
Fucking insane. I can only imagine. He's former champion. I'm sure he's getting paid at least fucking 200K for this fight.
Let me make something perfectly clear. I will fight anybody My own mother included for $200,000. Am I gonna get beat up and shit my pants on live TV? I got $200,000. Yo, fuck. All right, go ahead.
Right. Yeah. Damn. This is fucking tough as shit, honestly. So last we saw OSPs get finished by fucking Tanner Boser, and then finished again before that. We saw Shogun get beat the shit out of by Paul Craig, tap out the strikes. That was about a year and a half ago. They're right around the same age. Yeah, 40 and 39. Fuck. Damn.
It's crazy they're almost the same age. I feel like Shogun's like 60. And
yeah, I do too. He was young. He was hella young in Pride.
He was 21 when he debuted, but like when I said he was 40, I'm like, dude, like I feel like I was watching him when I was like 15, and I'm not young. And I'm like, was he like 12 in Pride? Like, what the fuck? Yeah, he was 21, like the just loaded fucking shoot the box young stud. Him and his brother Ninja.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna fucking ride with the fucking Pride legend Shogun here. OSP's had some fucking tough fights. Like Tanner Boser is no fucking slouch, even though shout out to Arlovsky. And Jamal Hill, obviously not a slouch either by any means. But OSP's really never showed me anything, and I do think Shogun is fucking smart enough, unlike most of the fucking bozos that OSP fights, to not get OSP choked.
Sure.
Just don't let him get that position on you. Yeah, I mean, I think Shogun knows this is the end of the road, so fucking run with it. Give me Shogun, give me the dog.
Give me the dog, baby. I can't bet OSP member looks like he can be bothered. That's true. He looks very unmotivated when he gets in there. Jason Walker, middleweight title of the world, 100%. The one thing you forgot to mention, Timbo, is OSP's already knocked out Shogun. It was one of the greatest. If you see it online, someone throws a skateboard in the fucking cage.
Oh, dude.
Greatest fuck. Whoever did that edit job, you are a king amongst peasants. That was amazing. Listen, OSP popping up the heavyweight. He's a little bit older as well. Let's see how motivated he is to come back to 205. He's a fucking huge guy. I've seen him in person. He's a fucking big dude. Didn't surprise me. He popped up at heavyweight. Didn't do as much as he probably wanted to. Back to 205. But Shogun, 40 years old. Who's he training with? How much is he training? He's also not the biggest 205er in the world. Anyways, always been a little pudgy. I like OSP here. I like him by KO as well. That's probably the only way I'm going to touch it. I'm going to touch it by him. He's going to finish Shogun. Shogun looked on his rematch. He drawed with Paul Craig, and on his rematch with Paul Craig, he just looked unmotivated. That was many years ago. Paul Craig's an elite guy. Don't get me wrong, but Shogun just didn't look like he wanted to be there. And if you're cutting checks, you're getting a rematch against a guy, he's going to give it hell the first couple minutes. But I like OSP's distance and length, and eventually he's going to catch Shogun again. Hopefully they can keep that fucking skateboard out of the cage this time. So yeah, I like OSP, but again, only by KO. Not going to touch the money line. Again, it's one of those fights where it's like, okay, let's get through this so we can get for the final three, which is what we're here for. Christian?
Yeah, I don't love this fight. As you would say, this fight stinks.
Yeah, big time.
Stinks.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not super excited about it. I don't care to see either of these guys fight anymore.
Yeah.
But here we are. Let's, a couple fighters that I don't really want to see fighting on this card, but the rest of it I do. I'm tempted to go with Shogun just because. Was it Timbo that you said like OSP just doesn't? He looks like he doesn't want to be there.
Quite a few people chat.
The chat saying the whole thing. He never looks, and it's true. He just doesn't look like. And I'm napping through this one to get ready for the next 100%. This is go take a shit fight, jerk off, take a shit, wake up the wife, whatever you got to do, because this fight's just not. This is not moving it for me. But yeah, he just doesn't look like he wants to be there at all. Looks like he wants to be playing football at Tennessee again, but that was 400 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, I have OSP circled. I don't really. You guys already broke it down. I guess I'm just torn because I do think the line is wide. I don't think
big line, man.
I don't think that their skill set is that much different. Like I do think OSP will win the fight, but I think if you're betting, and I'm going to pick him, but I think when it comes to betting, I do think that line is wide. I don't think they're that far apart. I could see either of them. They're going to look so slow and lumbering and. You'd just be throwing big old ham bones at each other, and one of them's going to catch each other. It's hard to say who. OSP's probably a little quicker, so that's why I'm picking him. But I'll find a way to bet this, but it's not going to be on the money line, that's for sure.
Weight cut will be interesting to see too.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, dude. He's huge. It's crazy how big he is. I couldn't believe how big. Like the only other guy I've met RJ Losky. I've been next to him. The only other guy I remember seeing in person going, holy fuck, was him and Curtis Blades in Columbus.
Mm-hmm.
When Chris Dawkins came out, I'm like, dude, he looks kind of small, right? And being the thick fucking dude I am, I'm sizing him up, right? Curtis Blades comes out, I'm like, oh no, that's a heavyweight right there. That dude is 6'4", put together, big fucking dude. But yeah, I mean, listen, I think it's, OSP likes to counter. Shogun doesn't do anything besides move forward. It's an unfortunate fight that I wish I don't care about. I wish they would have gave Shogun maybe like a Legends fight, but I don't have a name off the top of my head who it could have been, but let's get to the meat of the order here. Let's get to the meat. I know they're UFC Legends, but this is a Bellator heavyweight fight at best. Trinidaddy, I want to pin that. That is 100%. Bellator would put this on the main event.
Big time.
You would have Luke Thomas and Brian Campbell telling you that this is the best fight of the weekend. Get the fuck out of here. Bought and paid for scrubs. All right, Michael Chandler, minus 410 versus Tony Ferguson, plus 310. Has this line moved since Tony has Christian line moved there, stat boy? Give it to me.
It's actually minus 380 on DraftKings for Chandler.
I saw Tony before we hopped on Twitter. I saw someone post that he was like minus 328, or excuse me, 338. On one or plus 338, whatever it is. So
Caesars is the best line, plus 310.
Jason Walker likes El Kukui. Yeah, Ike loves it. Happy accident. Facts, happy accident. So I'm gonna lead the dance here, boys. I've already picked Chandler. We've kind of gotten to Tony a little bit. I actually got a lot of hate in the comments on Anakin Florian. A lot of fat shaming, a lot of gluttonous sinners. Gluttonous sinners is so good. I'm a microcosm of what's wrong with society. A guy like me who eats donuts should not be able to talk about fighting. What was the other one? One guy was worried that I had diabetes. And just all because I really got real. I said, listen, and I didn't want to bash Tony Ferguson. This is obviously before his press conference today. I just said the guy needs to make a change. He's 0-3. I don't like the way he responded. He said, oh, my toe was broken. Oh, I didn't do jiu-jitsu for this fight. You're fighting Charles Oliveira. Maybe do some fucking jiu-jitsu, right? I mean, oh, I didn't wrestle for this fight. Or the Gaethje fight, I was preparing for a wrestler. I wasn't preparing for a striker. Well, what you know what I mean? I just don't like the excuses, and they're mounting up now. Now at the press conference, he's kind of gone off it a little bit. He's always been a little bit of a crazier guy, which people love him for. And people like what he's saying. People don't like what he's saying. I like how truthful he is and how honest he is. I don't quite understand it. We've talked about it either early in the show or pre-show. He's got a football ring from high school. He said he wants to play football. Buddy, you're almost 40. He wants to play baseball. Again, buddy, you're almost 40. He wants to go box, which cool. You could probably go box with Jake Paul, Logan Paul, whatever, make some millies. That's fine. I want guys to make money. But when it comes to this fight here, Chandler looks, by the way, lean and mean and in shape. I didn't think Chandler could look more like a superhero than he does. Completely switched up his diet, which tells me that he's coming in here expecting a 3-round fight. I felt like the last fight with Gaethje, he looked a little too ballooned up with his muscles. He looks lean. And with the Tony Ferguson fight, you need to mix everything up. Tony's been exposed with his wrestling. Michael Chandler's D1 All-American, national champion. Dust off that singlet, mix everything up. Michael Chandler also has devastating leg kicks. He gets hurt by leg kicks a lot. His legs aren't very durable, but he can fucking crack with leg kicks, and his hands are dynamite. I think he's faster than Tony. However, with all that being said, this is why I love MMA. I'm still picking Chandler, and I'm confident in Chandler. The price is absurd, in my opinion. Tony Ferguson, 3-fight losing streak. Michael Chandler, though, has only beat Dan Hooker in the UFC. Looked good against Charles Oliveira. I thought he looked okay against Gaethje, fought dumb. But Tony Ferguson can win this fight any second of any fucking minute of this round. He's got power. He's got cardio. He's got crazy on the side. So the line, I think, is a little ridiculous. I think the value is on Tony on a lot of these. But I just think Chandler is just better everywhere. And I just don't know if Tony has made those right adjustments that he needed to make. I just don't know. He's one of the few fighters in the UFC. No one knows who his fucking head coach is because it's him. No one knows who his training partners is because they're imaginary. Like, the guy's fucking nuts. He's sparring Ghost in there. So I like Chandler. This is a fun fight. I can't wait for this fight. Tony's nuts and Chandler can get a little crazy as well. This could be a fun one, but I like Chandler. Numbers a little high. Not sure I'm going to play it, but Christian, what do you got here, babe? Chat's all over the place here. Whoa!
Oh yeah.
God damn! I'm reading the chat. Homeboy turning into El Cucuy. Fuck. I guess you're picking El Cucuy.
Look, you broke that down. I mean, you've already done it on the Anakin Florian. You did it again here. You don't leave somebody with too much to say in a fight like this, unless they're back in Tony Ferguson, which I'm not. I did see over in the chat somebody buy a sub. I mean, he's plus 1,100 or 1,200 by knockout. Chandler does have that weird thing with his foot or his knee. I mean, it didn't rear its head in the Gaethje fight. I don't think Tony can kick harder, but he can still kick the leg pretty good. So I am going to sprinkle. I like to sprinkle a long shot like Mike Jackson with something else on the card. So I'll put 10, $20 on Ferguson by a knockout with whatever probably my mortal lock is. And that'll, $10 will pay 400 or something like that, or 300.
And I think that's smart. Michael Chandler has a tendency to get dropped every fight. And besides the Gaethje fight, he really doesn't recover as well because if you look at the Oliveira fight, he got caught with a beautiful left hook and he popped right back up, but his legs were gone. He doesn't recover all that well. And Tony can crack, dude. And if you're giving anyone 11-1 against a Michael Chandler who, has been susceptible to getting hit, I don't mind that either. Timbo, we need to pick here, babe. What do you got?
Man, this line is fucked up. I will go and say, like, there is way too – and y'all know I love Michael Chandler. I've been fucking with this guy since early Bellator days.
I sprinkled Cucuy round 3 at plus 2,900. God damn!
Yeah, why not?
29-1. And that's how he's going to win. You know what I mean? He doesn't get tired, so he's going to win. If he's going to win, it'll be third round. That's beautiful. Go ahead. Sorry, Timbo. I had to jump that one out there, man. That was a good one.
That's fucking great value, 29-1.
Yes, FanDuel. FanDuel's got that right now.
Chandler's IQ is not good. Like, that's one thing we can say about Tony. Tony's got excellent IQ, regardless of what he does before the fight, after the fight, what the fuck he says. His IQ is fucking there at all times. This dude's fucking ninja rolling after he gets hit to create distance and give himself some space. Chandler is like, dude, block the left hook coming because you get cracked by every fucking fight. You did it by Patricio. You did it by fucking Gaethje. You did it by fucking Charles Oliveira. I think, like I said, man, it's like for the pick'ems, I want to pick. Like, I think Chandler's a safe pick, but like, fuck that. Fuck being safe. I'm taking El Cucuy here, man. Like, wow,
Douglas. Whoa, hang on, Genie
Douglas.
Genie Douglas here, and you're taking El Cucuy?
I am.
Is that what you just said?
Yeah, I'm taking El Cucuy, baby.
Oh, perfect timing. Our guy Genie Douglas shows up. You're taking El Cucuy. God damn, that's a pick right there, baby.
El Cucuy. I'm telling you, man, while fucking Michael Chandler was in Bellator, fucking Sydney Outlaw, and whoever the fuck else he washed Benson Henderson, like, Tony's been fucking fighting these killers and hanging with them, beating them. I mean, it's just crazy value. Like, if the line was closer, absolutely, I'd likely take Chandler. But Chandler hasn't showed me shit, dude. Like, okay, you fucking knocked out Zach Hooker, who's been getting annihilated here the past 3 years. Sure. Doesn't even belong at lightweight. So, yeah, give me El Cucuy, man. And Chandler's not fucking much younger than him. So
no, yeah, Chandler's not a young pup either. When you guys get off here, I don't know if you watched it yet, but Daniel Cormier sat down with El Cucuy for like a 12
heard
minute
about this. I need to see
on
this.
on DC's YouTube, and it's all about he referenced Khabib running away from him. And Daniel Cormier made a really good point. He's like, do you think the reason you won't let that go is why you're 0-3? You know what I mean? Like, you keep bringing this up. The man's retired. You keep calling him tiramisu. You pulled out of a couple of those fights as well. It wasn't like Khabib pulled out of all of them. You blew your knee out, whatever. The guy's interesting. The guy fucking took 5 months of rehab on a torn ACL, did it himself, no doctors. He trains himself. And it's just, I admire it. He's ballsy. He's tough. He knows what he wants. But like, I just don't love what is going on here. I just don't love it. Timbo needs the Value Boy shirt on. 100% he does. Every chat's going nuts for Timbo. We got a fucking Timbo chant coming on. How did I see plus money on Chandler? That seems a bit easy. Hopefully Tony doesn't get the worst of the ass whooping again. Yeah. And that's the thing too, is like Chandler cracks. I see it going a lot. Like I want Chandler to fight smart. I see it a lot going like the Gaethje fight. Chandler get a pot shot and Ferguson just can't keep up. But it should be wild while it lasts. All right, boys, we got 2 title fights.
It's a fight real quick because this is such a good fight. I do want to talk about it more. But,
go ahead, bud.
Let's say Chandler, which he will likely, cracks Tony. When we ever, I don't think Tony's ever been flatlined. Not that I can remember. If it was,
I don't think he's ever, I mean, he's been dropped multiple times. I don't think he's ever been. Yeah, never been knocked out.
Is Chandler jumping in there, or is he letting him get up?
Hell yeah, he can jump in there.
You think so?
He? Yeah,
because he's got an IQ of a fucking
never
fish.
Been stunned before. He's not scared.
He hung with he went to the ground with Oliveira, and Oliveira had his back. He did okay.
He got out of that. Got out of that.
So, I mean, I would let him stand up, though, right? Because you're right. El Kui got dropped bad by Lando Venata and just started flipping. Yeah. He's like, he would stand up. His legs aren't there. He's like, oh, fuck, backflip. And he was like, fuck it. They're not stopping this fight. I'm going to just keep flipping. Kind of the same thing. Fight. That's a great fight. Kind of the same thing with Anthony Pettis. Anthony Pettis hit him with probably Anthony Pettis' best right hand he's ever landed on anybody. And Kukui went down and just started flipping. Yeah. Well, no. Oh yeah, Wonder Boy. Yeah, yeah. He knocked out Wonder Boy pretty clean. But it's just funny. Like you're right. He does that, and Chandler just, I want. He always talks about it. He's like, I want to bite down my mouthpiece and go. But it's a fun fight, dude. It's going to be great. It might be sad, you know what I mean? Because we all, even if you're not a Tony fan and you're following MMA, you've been around and you know how crazy this guy is, and you kind of were like, you want to root for him at some aspects. Like one of the fights that I want to see, even though I know how it would go now, was Khabib Tony. That's a fight we all want to see. Mm-hmm. So you kind of root for the guy, even though he's a fucking nut. And so if he gets put out bad or if he gets beat up real bad on Saturday, it's going to be a little, it's going to be upsetting, at least for me.
Go ahead,
Timbo. Go ahead, Christian. Christian, go, then Timbo, go.
If you're a fan of the sport, you should be a fan of both. Like you should be 100%. A fan of both of these guys because I mean they put it all out there like every single time. So it's
both these guys are fucking absolute studs. And that was what's surprising is the chat, the comments in the Anakin Florian thought I was like. I mean, I just told Tony to put his fucking baseball down because he's not a baseball player, right? Like he was sending out warm-up packages for the, him training for the fight. It's him pitching. He's pitching like 71, dude. I'd take you to the fucking fence with that. 71, that ice cream, that soft serve. I'd fucking put it over. You want to go pitch. Timbo, go ahead real quick.
Yeah, last thing. And just, I'm not the fucking greatest capper in the world, but I like to think of myself as pretty fucking sharp. But like, that whole thing that like, oh, he's never been blank before, like he's never been tapped, he's never been knocked out. Get that out of your head, because like, bro, when Chandler's fighting fucking Eddie Alvarez and Will Brooks and Sidney Outlaw and
he couldn't beat Will Brooks.
Yeah, he sure couldn't. He got fucking
couldn't beat Will Brooks
a few times. Yeah, but and Pitbull, like these guys aren't submission specialists, and Dan Hooker, like you're not a submission specialist. So like. Tony Ferguson is very good off of his back. We've seen it numerous times. Go watch the Kevin Lee fight when he's getting his ass beat, and fucking Kevin Lee's a pretty fucking good wrestler as well, and catches him and throws his legs up and catches him. So just because it hasn't happened before doesn't mean it won't. And Vegas obviously, will buy into that as well. So there could be some more value there. But just a word of advice for all you fellow cappers.
Word of advice, and that's coming from a sharp man right there. All right, we got to get to these title fights here, babe. Rose Namajunas, champ, baby, minus 195 versus Carla Esparza, plus 165. Rematch back from all the way 2014 on the tough finale. Carla won by rear naked choke. Rose was like 22 years old, very, very young. She's only like 3 or 4-1 in the sport. Timbo, how do you cap this fight? Surprised by the line. I thought Rose would be a way higher favorite, but it is what it is. We got what we got. So,
my bad. Like? Say that line again.
I have Rose minus 195, Carla plus 165. Christian, can you confirm, deny?
It's probably around there.
Yeah, it's a title fight, so I figure it might move a little bit.
Minus 210, plus 175 on DraftKings.
My guy, Danny Betts. I met him in Columbus. What's up, Danny? He's in the chat. Jeannie Doug. Tony has been a subspecialist in a long time, though. Jeannie throwing that out there. I like the over 1.5 in this one. 100% sharp guy. Rose looks nothing like she did in the first fight. She's leveled up way more than Carla, I think. 100%.
Hey, stop that. Those are my words. Stop stealing.
Hey, Jeannie, quit stealing Christian's notes. All right, we're gonna leave with Timbo on this one. Timbo, female title fight. What we got? Who we got? Or actually, you know what? It's Christian. I'm sorry.
I was gonna
Christian,
say, I thought it went,
yeah.
Okay.
Christian, you go. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Wait, okay. Rose looks nothing like she did in their first fight. She's leveled up way more than Carla, I think.
Good.
Great minds think alike.
Hey,
yeah,
good one. That's good, man. That's good.
So you know, I don't go back I don't go back and watch a lot of fights. It's just I don't like. I've seen enough of them, but I had never seen this fight. So I don't know when I watched it, sometime last week, but Rose does not look like the same fighter. She was a lot funner to watch back then. I mean, she's all over the place. She's wild. She's obviously, I mean, that's what Whitman does to people. He did to Gaethje, he did to her.
Hey, they're calling you GM3 on the show. Hey, he looks a little more like Chiesa, but there are some GM3 vibes right there. But sorry, Christian, Danny Betts just had a fucking roast you, dude.
Or am I right? I don't know what it counts as on here. I don't tag. GM3 is a good looking man. I'll take it.
Good
to play the sex.
Good looking guy, yeah.
So obviously Rose looks like a completely different fighter. At the same time, you hear so much about Rose's change. It's like Carla's the exact same fighter. Was it Wu Yanan the last time out? I think Wu Yanan's pretty good too. And Carla made her look foolish.
It's excuse me, it's Xiaoyanan. Okay, so learn how to pronounce it. It's not Wu Yanan, it's Xiaoyanan. Different fighter. Okay,
Wu Xiaoyanan, right? Oh, yeah.
Starts with an X, bro. She's very good.
Okay, whatever.
There's a Wu Yanan who's not very good. Xiaoyanan's very good. Yeah.
Okay. So the better one.
The better one.
Yes, she made her look foolish. Look, what scares me about this fight is everybody that I've talked to, anything I've listened to, it's like Carla. And I'm like, how the fuck is this line then? It's Rose as a favorite and still growing. Like that always scares me. I don't like to be on the same side of, especially when I'm on a dog. There you go. So you probably already know. When I'm on a dog, I hate when everybody else is on that same dog too.
Yeah.
I think Carla will get her down. That's a guarantee. And the last time we saw him, Rose couldn't get up. Rose couldn't get up against Wiley. Rose doesn't seem to get up against anybody. She'll flip around for her submissions. I mean, she has the submissions, but it's going to be tough to get Carla's little arm in an arm bar. So, look, Rose is better. It's hard to know how much better Carla is because she's not, Rose is fighting the best of the best over and over and over. Rose is undefeated in rematches, 4-0. It's
nice
interesting.
Stat.
This is our
nice
fifth,
stat.
Yeah,
nice stat, boy.
Fifth rematch.
What's a
Step
rematch?
Boy.
Got him.
Step boy.
Got him.
Marbles in my mouth.
Yep. Born with it, babe. I'm born with it, babe.
So there's a lot of stats that scare me when I look at the stats. But when I watch that fight, and I still watch the way Rose fights, and I still watch the way Carla fights, I just see that she could take her down and hold her down and pound on her. There's just nothing that tells me that won't happen again. Could Rose knock her the fuck out in the first round, the second round, the third round, the fourth round, the fifth round? Yes. Yeah. So that's my worry because I don't think Carla can finish her. Rose's striking is just otherworldly. But yeah, I'm going to go with Carla Esparza here. I hate that there's so many other people on it. I do like that the number's growing because I am going to bet it. And I when they announced this fight, I had already picked Carla Esparza, and I tried to get off. I tried to get off of it, couldn't do it. Give me the Cookie Monster.
Cookie Monster, it is. Let's go, Timbo, Slice. Who we got?
We got some fucking sharps and just awesome dudes in the fucking comments right now.
Chats are killing it. Call about decision. Jesse Alonso, great dude right there. Rose also undefeated rematches 100%. My Sprinkle Thug Rose by split decision plus 702. Danny Betts knows what's up. That dude's a sharp. Timbo, you're the sharpest guy I know. So let's get your pick here, babe.
The other Timby boy, interested to see if Usman has brought any wrestling influence to the Whitman gym. Gotta think he has.
Oh, Tim Warren, yeah. Interested to see Usman wrestling. Yeah.
Dude, I just fucking it's grappler versus striker here. And Carla
Dale's old as time.
It is, man. But that's 25 minutes. You got to be doing that. You're gonna gas. What are you gonna do? Carla, man, like she's relentless. Like she really is in those takedowns. And I don't think she's even going to try and stand with Rose. Why would she?
Right.
She'll get knocked out.
Yeah, she will,
Yeah.
no doubt. So I kind of like changed my fucking mind on this mid fucking podcast, but I think I got to go Carla here, man. She's just gonna fucking wrestle fucker, and she can. She's that good.
I'm the dog, the big bad dog. Wow,
Yeah.
we're all on Carla.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, because I picked Carla as well, and the Anakin Florian. You guys nailed it on the head. It's kind of the same thing what I said. Rose can win, has more ways to win, and this is why MMA is so fucking beautiful. Carla knows she can't stand with Rose. I don't think Rose knows that she can't fuck with Carla on the ground. Carla's so heavy on top. Look who's Carla's beaten, right? Marina Rodriguez, who was arguably the same level striker as Rose, right? They're very, very good. Michelle Watterson, Alexa Grasso, Vina Jandaroba, who's a fucking brilliant jiu-jitsu expert. Yao Shannon, who just had a war with Marina Rodriguez in a very close fight. Split decision loss to Claudia Gadelha, which I thought she won. Cynthia Calvillo, Marina Moroz. She's got a couple ugly losses. The Randa Marcos loss, very ugly, but that was forever ago. Carla's just not a sexy pick. She's not exciting as Rose. She doesn't do flashy stuff. She's not going to have the head kick knockouts like the Wei Lee knockout. She's going to grind on you, and then she's not the biggest finisher, but she can finish. I think Rose is going to play jiu-jitsu for a little bit. In that frame, I just don't love her being able to stop takedowns. She doesn't appear to be super strong to me. She's very thin for the division. She's long for the division. Typically, a guy like John Jones uses that length and leverage, but he comes from a wrestling background. Rose does not. Rose is working with Chico Camus. That's like her right-hand guy. Gaethje's in camp. Gaethje's a wrestler. Usman's there, but Usman's been in South Florida most of this camp, so he hasn't really been in the thing. So I know she's training with wrestlers and everything, and the path to victory is easy for Carla. Get the fight to the ground, ground her out. Let's see what the chat has to say here. Rose also, okay, we got that. Esparza's only been in 1 round, 5 round fight in a long time. Good call there, Danny Betts. Carla by decision at plus 275. Thug Rose C. Mo. I think Rose learned her lesson after Andre flipped her on her neck. Training with Justin has to have up 100%. That's the only. That was something I brought up on the Anakin Florian is Rose hasn't really fought pure grapplers. Jessica Andrade bumped her on her head. We didn't really get to see the ground game. And then the second fight, she stood up with her the whole time.
And then she got gassed
in that third round. Got her eye all fucked up. And then in the Wei Lee second fight, they grappled a lot. It was very close. I just think Carla is a specialist when she gets on top. I think she's so fucking good. And I love Rose. I think Rose is a great face for the division. I think she's a cool customer. I think she's beautiful. There's a lot to like about Rose, but on just this matchup, it's not going to be easy for Carla, and I don't think it's going to be easy for Rose, whoever wins. But yeah, I just got to go Carla, and I can't believe me and my boys are all on the same wavelength. So we're all on the same wavelength. We're all on the same wavelength for the main event, right? We don't have to break it down, right? We all the same thing.
Yeah. Yep. All right. See you guys.
Main event time, baby. Charles Oliveira minus 165 versus Justin Gaethje plus 145. Who's first? Is it Timbo? You want to go? You want me to go, Timbo? I don't care.
Whichever.
Okay, Timbo, go, babe.
Taking the champ.
Hey,
most
champ.
likely by decision.
Decision. Yeah. You don't think he's a
no, my bad. Excuse me. Submission.
Submission.
Oh,
okay. Yeah. There you go. That makes more sense.
Chucky Olives, baby, for sure. Junie Douglas gets it. Yeah. Fucking Justin Gaethje, same shit. Bad IQ. Yeah, you fucking smacked around Tony, but like Tony, that's just his game. He wanted that shit, and you gave it to him. Congrats. But yeah, Olives is going to get you back and tap you out like you've been tapped out in every big fight in your fucking career.
Chucky Olives, print the shirts, Genie. Happy accident. I agree with the takes, but I promise no more betting after turns during fight. I couldn't agree with you more. Women's MMA has kept me up at night, and not for the reasons you think, or they should. It's me losing. Fuck. So you like Chucky Olives, and listen, I've known you for long enough now, Timbo. I can tell you're pretty confident in this pick too.
Yeah, I am. Yeah. I think Justin's going to come out strong, and I think he's going to make that one mistake that you can't make against a guy like Chucky Olives, and he's going to fucking finish him. He's going to get his bet, and it's going to be a wrap.
So I heard a little heard a little rumor that, this is from a pretty good source, that, you know, in the favelas of Brazil, there's some like black magic religious voodoo stuff. And Charles Oliveira basically sold his soul, whatever you want to do, to this voodoo to be this successful that he is. He's on a 12-fight win streak. This is a guy that used to not be able to take much punishment, didn't have the best chin on him, would quit. Now he's in there against Chandler, get knocked around, Poirier get knocked around, and he's fucking champ. So if you believe in that dark magic religion, I don't. Give me the highlight, Justin Gaethje, plus 145. And I'll tell you why. I like him by knockout. I think he's going to hurt Oliveira like everyone else has done in the previous fights. And I think he's going to be smart enough to know how to finish it. I think he's a little bit more precise, a little bit more of a killer. I know we can compare power all the time. Chandler probably has more power than Gaethje, whatever. Poirier has a little more precision, a little more timing on his power. Obviously has power, but Gaethje is different. Uh-oh. Devin was like, you sure you just don't want your eyes fixed? Trent Daddy, that's good, man.
Hey, Jason Walker up there roasted me too. I fucking love it.
Yeah, Jason Walker. Sorry, Timbo, but the Nets this ends the first round KO. Damn, dude, Zach Pruitt. I rewatched that Justin Khabib fight. Justin's slippery to grab. Wouldn't be surprised if Charles can take him down and hurts him. Yeah, and woo, Jason Walker with the fire. Jesse Alonso loves it. And Gaethje looks super lean in this fight as well. So I'm thinking that he's wrestling. I'm thinking, I said on the podcast, I play with my daughter all the time. The floor is lava. Do not fucking go to the ground. Oliveira is not the grappler Khabib is, right? Khabib can get you to the ground, but Oliveira does have good wrestling. He is pretty sized up now. He used to be a really skinny little twerp, and now he's sized up a little bit. I think he could maybe wrestle Gaethje to the ground if he wanted to. He's talking about standing up with Gaethje. I think Oliveira has the more technical stand-up. I think Gaethje's got to kick those fucking legs and land those big shots to hurt him. Oliveira's obviously been hurt in the past. I think he's going to hurt again. Actives plus number, I'm going to take the power right now. But I promise you, right now on this fucking podcast, if Oliveira wins this fight, I will never pick against him. Because if he wins this fight, he's going against more than likely Islam or maybe
Islam.
It's
got to be Islam.
Got to be Islam, right? And that's a tough fight. And right now, I like Islam in that fight, but I can't pick against him because the black voodoo magic or whatever the fuck's going on is real. All right, so Christian's last year. Justin Gaethje's his best friend. They've made out before in Northern Colorado, or made out with the same chick before in Northern Colorado. Excuse me. Probably. So, who do you like in this main event here, baby? Is it Ann New or Ann Still?
Man, this is so tough for me. Gaethje's been my favorite fighter since early World Series of Fighting. Before I even knew that I think that we even went to school at the same time. I don't even think I even realized it at the time because I'm like 4 or 5 years older than him. But look, Gaethje is going to throw those nasty ass leg kicks. That's what he does. Problem with doing that against Oliveira is he's going to catch him. Mm-hmm. He's going to catch him and he's going to take him right down to the ground because he can wrestle. And that's that's not what folk style wrestling or anything like that. When you got one leg up in the air and somebody's pulling towards you, there's always a chance. Gaethje can knock anybody out. Oliveira gets hit by everybody, gets knocked down by everybody. Yeah. I mean, on any given day. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, Gaethje could definitely knock him out early. Unfortunately, this time I just don't see it happening. Oliveira is just so good.
There we go.
You guys, what you guys need to do?
Look, if Gaethje drops him, what's Gaethje like? Bend down and just like he's not getting anywhere near him. He's just gonna sit there and look up at him until he gets back up.
But his IQ's retarded. Go to the ground. He's half retarded, so he's actually gonna say, "Oh, let me go jump on you." And then
no, he did it. You saw with Chandler that when he had him from behind, he didn't. He just kind of like hit Chandler from the side, and they just kind of separated. Chandler was like done, and I could see the same thing happening in this fight. So I hate to do it, but
you did it. You did it, man, and you're gonna have to live with it. Both you guys practice the voodoo dark arts. Congratulations, okay?
Oliveira has a better fucking chin than Justin, and that's just facts. That's just how
Chucky couldn't take any uppercuts. Happy Accident says, does anyone think Charles can get knocked down? He's playing possum a bit. Maybe in the Poirier fight, but in that Chandler fight, he got the first round. He got clipped. 69% retarded. Jason. What's up with that Oliveira's goofy charm he holds up? I tell you what it is. It's that voodoo shit, dude. Okay, he's got different kind of animal blood in there, whatever the fuck. I don't know what he's doing. He sold his soul, and it's obviously working. But I just think he's going to run into get Justin Gaethje. And I'm going to be honest with you here, right? I think obviously Charles Oliveira has more ways to win. I think he's the more complete fighter. I'm a Justin Gaethje fan, and it hurts me to say this out loud, but if he loses this, there's probably not going to be another title shot for him. This is almost like you're getting Uriah Faber territory. Remember Uriah Faber? They just always
couldn't get it done.
Couldn't get it done. This is going to be Gaethje. And I think Gaethje's already kind of 1 foot in, 1 foot out. He's always talked about it. He doesn't want to stick around till he's 40 or whatever. He owns the Onyx Sports. He likes golfing. He owns like a couple other things. He's smart with his money. He's not married. Doesn't have kids. So I think we're getting so I think we're getting a highly motivated Justin Gaethje, and if he can't get it done, then that's curtains for him as far as the UFC champion. Then if he doesn't get it done, then he's just going to be the fight of the night, 50K bonus guy. You know what I mean? But And you know, and the one thing though that I keep going back on as well, I'm not wavering on my pick. I like Gaethje because I think he can knock him out, but Gaethje really got embarrassed on the floor by Khabib, and Khabib is as good as he is. If Khabib's rolling the triangles and you're just not reading it, you're fucked against Oliveira because that dude is slick on the ground, dude. You're just completely fucked, and that's not throwing shots at Khabib. He's great on the ground. He's got good submissions, but he's not Oliveira off his back. So,
like
incredible main event
on this. Yeah, there's like people just. It's like
touch it quickly. Chandler did. It's over. Gaethje has a legendary sprawl game. He needs to make sure he doesn't lose his arm out there when he does. 100%. Poirier rematch. If he loses, will be fun. Definitely be fun. You really have a knockout Oliveira because if you knock him down his back, Gaethje can't do it besides wait up and let it. 100%. Exactly. And that's the thing too. I think Oliveira is now smart. A lot of guys when they get buzzed on their feet, they'll go to the cage and they'll cover up. He'll go, you know what? Let me sit on my butt. Right. Yeah. And let me try to regroup. Because if you come down, guess what? Snatching an arm, snatching a neck, snatching a leg. He's got all kinds of submissions. He really does. He's fucking nasty. And the one thing when I used to cap Oliveira, I would always say this: he's a quitter. He's quit. But that was fucking 15 fights ago. This dude, this dude's a different guy now, and I think we know why.
Voodoo child.
Voodoo, he's voodoo. Mama voodoo juju. All right, listen, we got to get to the locks, man, and then I'll get my slime ball parlay. I'm the champ. The belt's behind me thrown somewhere. So I'm going to go mortal lock, boys. I think this comes no surprise. It's going to be Andre Fialho. I was all over him. Christian read me like a book earlier. He's a huge favorite. I'm risking the point if he loses. I just really think he runs through this dude. I think he's going to finish him. I think he's going to finish him within 1 or 2. Make it look easy. He's just anchor my slime ball parlay. I got to get back on the mortal lock schneid because I lost last week. And we got Eisner versus Justin if he loses Saturday before the voodoo. Yeah, you don't want to mess with voodoo, dude. I've seen Weekend at Bernie's too, okay? They brought that guy back to life, okay? I don't fuck with voodoo. So mortal lock, Andre Fialho. Christian, mortal lock. Who's it going to be, babe?
I like how you picked the biggest favorite on the card while you're wearing your Chalk Boy shirt.
Yep, Chalk Boy shirt. Chalk Boy shirt. And I need a win. So if I lose, there's no one else to blame but me, like always.
You see, I'm not scared. I'm going to go Blagoy even up here.
He was. I flirted with him. I am confident.
That should be a slime ball candidate because that's a lot better than Fialho's number.
Yeah, he 100%. He was a guy I flirted with as well. Timbo, mortal lock, babe.
That would have been my mortal lock if CC didn't steal it from me. So give me my guy, Brandon Royval.
Hey,
is he your guy again?
He's always this fucking guy. Don't let this guy lie to you. Brandon Royval, mortal lock. All right, CC, do you want to go? Do you want to go send them, or do you want to go dog lock? You get the pick, babe.
Man, we all have a lot of good dogs. I'm worried.
There's some dogs barking on this card too.
Yeah, I'll go with send them.
Who we got?
Fuck, I can't do this. I already bet against Gaethje once, so I don't want to double down on it.
Hey, double dude, do it.
All right,
do it, man.
Oliveira.
Woo-hoo-hoo. You really hate this guy. God dang, dude. Oh, man, you hate his guts.
It's my favorite fighter. It's like
Timbo, who we got, babe? Bing bong.
Send him home. Shit. Give me fucking Joe Lauzon.
Joe Lauzon as a send him home.
You better bet that. That pays well.
Fucking love
plus
it.
800 first round? Hell yeah, I'm on that shit.
Love it. All right, my send him home. My send him home. Who do we like here? Send him home, babe. Did we have that written down yet? I guess I did not. I'm a fucking goof. Just because I like the action. I like it. Justin Gaethje, send him home.
You want to bet?
Hey, do I want to bet? Yeah, I want to bet. Let's go. What do you want? 50, 100?
Yeah, pick, want to go 40, 50, or 8? So because let's go
$40. Just 40.
And then 50. Okay.
No, $40
let's go 50
straight.
then. Let's just go 50 then.
$50 straight. $50 straight. Okay.
Yeah,
so send him home.
40.
We got to send him home off. We got to bet. Bang bong. All right. So we got dog lock. Timbo, you're up. Dog lock, babe. There's some dogs barking on this board. We need you.
Yes, there are. Fucking A. So hey, call me a bitch, and if it's not allowed, so
I won't.
Randy Brown's plus 100.
Dang it.
Yeah, dog.
Dog.
That's a
Wait,
dog.
let me check. I got it right now. I got the lines.
I got DraftKings. He's plus 100 right now.
Yeah,
okay.
We read it earlier. Yeah, he's plus 100. I would even give you, if it's a straight pick 'em and one guy's like 115, 105. I might even give you that. But yeah, Randy Brown, 100% dog. That's a good pick.
All over the place.
That's a good pick. All right, my dog lock is going to be. Oh boy, I like so many. There's so many I like, but I like Melissa Gatto as the one there. I think she's gonna surprise people. Melissa Gatto is my dog lock of the night. Even though I hate doing female MMA, it was either to be Gatto or Carla Esparza, so I switched off. Christian, lock of the night.
Those are my 3 dogs that I. Oh, and then I got Newson, but give me Carla Esparza.
Carla.
Let me bet against all my Colorado fighters.
Dude, you're gonna like come home one day and there's gonna be an eviction notice on your door. It's gonna be from Trevor Whitman saying, "Get the fuck out of here." Get out of this state betting against my guys. All right, live slime ball right here. I should have had the number here, boys. I apologize, but we're gonna give you the number right now. Give you the number right now. So obviously you guys know Andre Fialho, who is just a chunky favorite. And I do apologize for throwing that out there, but we're trying to win money. 410 Andre Fialho. Then, hey, because he's on the show, Timbo's guy, Brandon Royval. And to make it extra juice, to get a little bit nice hot chocolate, Danny Roberts in there. Slime ball parlay, Andre Fialho minus 410, Brandon Royval minus 250, and hot chocolate, Danny Roberts minus 105. You're looking at plus 240, almost 3-1 on your money. I'm looking unis. I'm looking multi-unis. I don't know how that fucking loses, dude. I think we're back on the fucking thing here. That's a wolf. We got Gatto all day, and we got thoughts on that Philly KO. Hey, Jeannie, I don't want to talk about the Philly KO, man. Okay? I'm in an emotional time right now. My daughter had a preschool or kindergarten assessment. I love you, Jeannie. I can't talk about the Philly KO because he got slept. All right, boys, this was a lot of fun. Chat, you're the best.
Shout out to the chat, man.
Follow all my guys here on social media. Their names aren't on the screen, but Christian, what's your handle on Twitter?
It's at that. You can just look at the notification. It's at that play Beezy.
At that play Visa. At Temptations 10.
It's on them.
And that's it. That's your show, boys. I love it. Let's everyone betting.
Buy some merch with your winnings.
Buy some merch, Chalk Boys. If you're a capper, be a capper. All right, boys. I love you. See ya.
See ya.